So before watching this tutorial of array, you first watch my previous tutorial which I have uploaded here for the basic concepts of for loop, that is traditional for loop and enhanced for loop, right? Now I am coming to the topic called as array. Every time when I start this topic array, really I feel very excited in that case. Like what I want to ask is, what do you know about array? If you ask with anybody what is array, so they say is what is that array is the similar type of or the collection of similar type of elements. It's absolutely fine. It's collection of, I am saying also similar type of elements, but sometimes I have heard about the array is the collection of similar data type elements. So a bit maybe somehow we will not be able to differentiate, but okay, fine, you can say both of that, like it's a collection of similar type of data type elements or similar type of elements, correct? It is not. So that is array. In array, or most popularly we are watching two things, or we are discussing two things in case of array. The array, two things what we are seeing is, the number one point which we are talking about array is the static array, and the second concept which we are talking about is the dynamic array. So one is static array and second one is the dynamic array, right? I'll see here, or I'll show you first. And one key point about the array, I'll tell you, whenever you face any kind of problem in array, you just repeat this line, you will get the solution of that questions related to the array. What is that? In Java, array names are the reference variable, whereas arrays are the object in Java, right? Array names are the reference variable and arrays are the object. Array names are the reference variable and arrays are the object. Hope it is clear, right? So the syntax which I am declaring or which I am writing to declare a static array is, what is that syntax now? Suppose data type, what is that? It's in data type. After writing the data type, now here I am writing array name. See, this is the representation of an array. This is what now? Representation of a array. So I am writing a representation of an array is equal to, now see, value 1, value 2 till some values you are writing. I'll tell you what is the exact and what is the maximum size of arrays you can define. I'll come to that point. So here, okay, so you can define this like this, fine. Now, so what is the, I'll write for example, when I am writing for example, what is that for example I am writing now? It's in int a, int a is what now? Name of the array, right? So this, the bracket which I am writing, it shows, this shows the representation of an array. So again now inside this 1 1 2 2 3 3 and 4 4 what I am writing here, fine. Now in this case, the array which I have written here, this one, the array which I have declared here. So what is this exactly? This array or this one is the elements which is available inside the array for that array, right? So as I told, it is an object. So object is what? I can say object is one memory location which contains some informations. We will come to that. I am not going to that now again. So when this array, so according to the number of values which you have provided at the time of declaring this array, according to the number of elements which you are providing at the time of declaration of array, right? That will be the length of this array. What will be that? That will be the length of this array, and the length of this array is static in nature. Once it is declared, it cannot be increased or it cannot be decreased, which means now I'll draw the memory representation of this. What is that now? Suppose when I'm writing it, maybe it is not visible to you, so I'll draw with the black. Now again inside that, so this one when I'm writing here, what is that I'm writing now? This array I'm declaring. So array uses indexing representation to store the element. Now at this point, anybody should not ask this question even in your mind also, why we start index with the 0, why don't we start with some other number, right? So this is a very common question, and sometimes you should not ask this question in that. Okay, now in that I am writing 0th, 1, 2 and 3. These all are the corresponding index positions which we have here, right? In that, at the 0th index, what we have? 1 1, 2 2 and 3 3, and then what we have now? 4 4, right? Now for this array, the what array which we have here, right? 0 1 2 3, right? The corresponding arrays which we have, correct or not? So in this array, how much memory will be allocated for this array? See, first of all, if it is an object, there is a question that how much memory will be allocated for an array. So of course, generally what we start doing, that we count the memory allocated for that object is for or for that array is with the index positions, which means like 4 index positions allocated. So int takes 4 byte of memory. So 4 into 4, we can say 16 byte of memory is allocated. But there is one point of conflict what is coming, that if it is an object, so in Java, size of object cannot be calculated. In Java, size of object can't be calculated. For your reference, you can say 16 byte of memory it is taking, but in fact I can't say like this much memory will be allocated for this array, because since I am saying array is an object. In Java, if we don't have any tool or anything we don't have by using which we can calculate at least what is the amount of memory has been allocated for this specific or any corresponding object. Is that okay? Now, so why we are calling it as a static array? Because at the time of declaring the array itself, you need to provide the values. At the time of declaring the array itself, you need to provide the values, right? And because of that, it is, and what values you have provided, that only will be the length of the array. Is that okay? What value you have provided, that only will be the length of array. Anyhow, all the array in Java, what you are declaring, that is on static only, because you cannot increase length, you cannot decrease the length, you cannot do any kind of modification in that. Yes, of course, you can change the content of that array by specifying the index positions. Is that okay now? So this is what we will call it as a static array. Fine. Now, in that itself, now when I am talking about that is the dynamic array. So first is, what is the dynamic array? What is the dynamic array? There is a separate syntax to declare the dynamic array. So in the dynamic array, when I am writing, what is that now? Dynamic array syntax, data type, again that is array name, I am coming to that. Fine. Data type and array name is equal to new keyword I am using, and in that data what I am using, type, and here suppose I am using here 4 I am writing or 3 I am writing. Understand it here, right? In this now, what is there inside this? Data type, array name, new data type, and 3. 3 is the length of this array which you are defining. What was different? What is difference between the previous array, that is static array, and dynamic array? In the dynamic array, you are deciding the length of the array first. You are deciding what first? Length of the array. What is the length of the array? And later on, you are going to provide the values inside that. Whereas there, you are not deciding length of the array. First, you are providing the values, and according to the values which you have provided, that is with the help of that, it is going to create the length of the array, which you cannot do anything. So inside that now, when for example I am doing here, suppose again int a is equal to, what is that new of int, in that I am going to write what I am going to write now, suppose 3 I am going to write. Inside this again, what is next I am going to do here? Suppose, so this is the 3, that is 0, 1, 0, 1, 2. 0, 0, 0 will be allocated inside 0, 1, 2, right? 3 you have said default value. Now, in that static array, initially itself you have provided the value at the time of declaration, and here in this array you must provide the value at the time of like 101. Suppose you are providing a of 1 is equal to 202 you are providing, and a of 2 is equal to such 303 you are providing, right? So these values again will be correspondingly placed into the 101, 202 and 303. So this is your, you can call it as a dynamic array, and the one which I have explained is the static array. And that too, it is one dimension array. Again, it's a concepts which is there, it's a very big concept, or means you can say very important concepts to understand the two-dimension array also. What is two-dimension array? What is the syntax of that and all things? So I'll give you one basic syntax of two-dimensional array. What is that now? Suppose you are writing data type array here also is equal to, what is that? New of data type, in that 1 and here also 1. Now it's your task here in this, like what first, so I'll write here again. Okay, so I'm writing here anyhow. So a here two things you need to write here. Two things you need to write here. So in that now, new of int you are writing. What is that you are going to write now? Suppose 3 and 3. So you're now I'm asking you to design the memory representation for this, right? If you are going to discuss it on the basis of matrix representations, so that you may get confused, right? So we'll discuss the two-dimensional array in a further tutorials in a proper manner or in a complete in-depth manner. That's fine. Thank you.